Good morning, everybody. Day 138. We're climbing up to Full Goose West Peak, or Goose Eye West Peak. I don't really know. It's the west one, and looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. We got 13 miles or so to get us to Grafton Notch, where I've actually got a ride there to take me back to my van, which I left at Route 2. Yeah, pay attention. It's tricky to keep track of all this stuff, even for me. But we do have the Mahoosuc Notch today and the Mahoosuc Arm, both great little spots on the AT. And yeah, I think that's about it for my morning little ramble. I'm trying to get to Grafton Notch pretty early so I can rest the rest of the day. Get some rest in. Anyways, that's it for my morning little ramble. And I hope you guys have a great, great day. And I'll touch back with the cool stuff and the views. Just like I do, baby. Let's go enjoy this day in the Mahoosucs. Rebar for breakfast. What a beautiful spot. And what else makes this spot really cool? Is this big old ladder. This thing is massive. The camera doesn't do it justice, that's for sure. All right, that's Goose Eye West Peak, East Peak, and we're making our way over to North Peak. It's right in front of us. All right, just went to the top of Goose Eye North Peak, and now we're gonna work our way down. So pretty up here though. Look at that. All right. So we just left Full Goose Shelter. There's a couple people there. And I needed water. I was out of water. So I had to go down and get that water. But it was good because I made a coffee there. I was able to fix. So yesterday, towards the end of the day, I noticed I was getting some nipple chafe. Pretty painful, actually. And I thought in the morning I'd wake up, it'd be gone. But that wasn't the case. So I went to Full Goose Shelter, and by the time I got there, I felt like my nipple was going to start bleeding. So I put a piece of toilet paper over my nipple and a piece of Leuco tape over that. You don't want to just go ahead and put Leuco tape on a blister or a nipple, because when you rip it off, it'll probably rip your nipple off. So yeah, that's something new for me. It's only ever happened one other time, the nipple chafe thing. It really sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. We just did our climb out of Full Goose. How beautiful it is. And now what we're gonna do is work our way down to the Mahoosuc Notch, the adult playground. So pretty out today. All right, we are dropping down to the notch. If you can't tell, it's a steep one. There's rebar. Oh, it's tricky walking down this rebar. It's like steps that are not quite steps. All right, Mahoosuc Notch, here we come. All right. This is the hallway to the Mahoosuc Notch. We are almost to it. It's just right down here. All right. Welcome to the Mahoosuc Notch. Where it's just a big boulder scramble. But it is like super comfortable in here. I'm gonna hang tight, everybody. This might be jerky. Yeah, look. Nothing but boulders. It's tricky to do this with a phone. Ah, the Mahoosuc Notch. You know, when I went through here in 2019, I couldn't go through these little tunnels because all this was covered up with snow. And I pretty much walked across the top of Mahoosuc Notch on the snow. I was praying I didn't post hole. All right, let's keep going through the notch. All right, I flew through the notch. It's the fastest I ever went through there. Pretty wild. 32 minutes from end to end. That's a record for me. I've done it in 35 before, but that was a quick run through. And now we're just gonna pass these campsites up here and then start climbing the Mahoosuc Arm. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 backpacks just laying here. So weird. So strange. All right. Making our way up the arm. Gets to a really steep rock slab area here in a little bit. The arm is tough. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good climb up here. And I just passed, well, some people coming down. I'm going up. And they're carrying like this cage thing to carry somebody out. I asked if they're rescuing somebody. And they said, yeah, but it's not life-threatening. They just can't walk. It's like, ooh, what a bummer. What a place to have to be rescued. Down at the bottom of the notch. I didn't see anybody down in there that needed help. So weird. All right, let's finish this climb up the arm. Top of the arm. That's a tough, tough climb. Still catching my breath. Oh, it's because we just got up here. Ooh. Now the arm is no joke. You know what I think I did though? I think I pushed too hard last few days. And now I'm like just drained. I need to get into town today and get a bunch of food. I gotta eat a lot of food. I feel like I'm calorie in the negatives. I'm dripping wet with sweat. Yeah, it's tricky to keep that kind of pace and not, I really haven't been eating like I should. But that's about to change. Clouds rolled in. All right, now we're gonna drop down to Speck Pond and then we'll climb Speck Mountain. Straight down. Look at this. Since they're not fixing these boards, people are tramping all around in the alpine zone. They just fixed a couple of these boards, people wouldn't be doing that. But now it's all chewed up. And they wonder why people go off trail. And that'd be why. Speck Pond. Such a pretty pond. I've actually ate fish that's came out of here. I was camping here before at Speck Pond lean-to area. It's on the other side of the lake or pond. some guy was out there fishing and caught some fish and cooked them up and let me try some of it. It was delicious. All right, now we're gonna walk around the side of this pond for a little while, and then we'll start climbing up Old Speck. Making our way over to Old Speck. There it is, right in front of us. We just gotta get over to it. Man, these rocks are slippery for some reason. Now we're getting close to the top. Don't forget to look behind you. Oh! Nice! That's Goose Mountain. All those peaks. Totally beautiful. We're gonna duck in the trees here. Because Speck Mountain is actually farther down this ridge. Those are the views though. Oh, I am tired. And what's kind of crazy is when I get down to Grafton Notch, I got a 40-minute drive. Well, I'm not driving, I'm riding. 40-minute ride to my van. And then depending on where I park it, it's like almost an hour and 45-minute drive where I was thinking about parking it. It's a lot of time in a vehicle after the last couple days. All right. Let's get across this ridge and then drop down to Grafton Notch. That's the Baldpates. We're coming down the backside of Speck Mountain. I didn't go to the tower this time. It's like 0.3 to the tower. It added like, I would have added 0.6 to my day. And like I said, I got a bunch of drive time and I've got to do laundry, so I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Normally I would go up there, but I'm kind of tired and I got a lot of stuff to get done tonight. So I'm not doing it, but I've been up there multiple times. Look at that. All right, down we go. I can tell I'm getting older. That's for sure. Because I've never had knee pain while hiking out here. Well, occasionally just from going downhill too fast, but that goes away instantly. Like by the next morning, it's gone. But right now, I got some funny little pain right underneath my kneecap. It's not like bad. It's not crippling or making me like limp or anything, but I can tell there's definitely some little twinge in there that I think it might be just from pushing those big days. It's almost like the feeling I get when I'm coming down too fast, but just weird because I didn't come down too fast on anything today. Just strange. This is the intersection with the eyebrow trail, I think it is. Yeah, eyebrow trail. I've actually done this loop, parked down at Grafton Notch. I would come up this way if I were you. And then just, boom, right down the AT, right back to the parking lot. It's a great little loop, and you get a good view of looking down onto Grafton Notch area. The bald pates, all that stuff. All right, we're closing in on Grafton Notch, Route 26. And today's been one of those days where I'm like, I feel kind of bad that I didn't show as much as I should have. Like the notch, the climb up to Speck. I didn't go to the tower on Speck. Just, some days I have this where I'm like, man, I could have done a better video. But you know what? It is what it is, I guess. I gotta live with my decisions to not film in certain spots, and yeah, just the way the dice rolled today. I really wasn't even feeling videoing today, but you just gotta suck it up, buttercup, when you're doing YouTube and video it. So yeah, my apologies if it wasn't as good as my other videos coming through this area. I didn't show much of the notch. I didn't show, yeah, just stuff I wish I would have shown better. I can hear the road. It's music to my ears right now. Look at this hillbilly setup. Holy cow. I don't even want to cross on that board. No thanks. Looks like they need a couple more ropes on there. Grafton Notch. Alrighty, guys. End of the day recap. Day 138. We left that nice little stealth site up there before Goose Eye West Peak. And we're now sitting at Grafton Notch, Main 26. Makes it a 12.9 mile day. And when I got down here to Grafton Notch, Mountain Lifer was here. And he actually brought me a sandwich, a big club sandwich. Is delicious. He brought me a Mountain Dew as well. And then we hopped in his truck. He took me back to Route 2. I grabbed my van, drove it back over to Grafton Notch. And then tomorrow we'll go over the Bald Pates. And that is kind of the plan. Huge shout out to Mountain Lifer. I appreciate you meeting me here today. Bring me a sandwich and give me a ride back to my van. That is huge. Yeah. Today was really hot though. It was like almost 90 degrees. Beautiful day. The notch, the arm. I mean, how can you really complain? And yeah, I think that's about it for the day. Day 138, 12.9 miles. And I hope you guys had a great day. And I'll touch back with you guys in the morning.